Hello guys, welcome to our channel. I know guys, it's been a very long time since we had a video about Vbscript. So last we discussed about Vbscript was if, else if statement. After that we had a video of creating a harmless virus. So today we are going to discuss a similar kind of topic of conditional statements. Last time we missed about switch cases. So let me just open an agenda for today. So let me just open this. So these are the topics we have discussed. So it will be a part 4C today. So before that, I want to recap you about the conditional statement if, else if, and else. So let me open the agenda of part B here. So so this is the one. Simple if condition. Um, so this is a simple if condition statement. So we have already seen an example of simple if condition statement, if condition and print statement. This was an example of if else condition. So if we have to place a condition here, any print statement or executable statements, and else print statement and if. In the other video, in the 4B, we have discussed this if condition, if else if and else. We can have one if and we can have multiple else if depending on the condition, depending on the problem to solve. Now, let me move to the agenda of switch statements, right? So let me just close this. Let me just create a new folder. So let us name this folder as part 4C, conditional statements. Here switch condition is a select case, right? Instead of a switch case, it's a select case. Oh, let me rename it. So it's a select case. Fine. So let me add. Okay, let me just copy this. Let me just copy a new text document into 4C, which will be helpful. Okay, I have wrote the spelling wrong. Okay. It's state T is missing here. Conditional statements. Fine. Double click it. It's already open. Fine. Double click it. Copy this. Paste it. Agenda 4C. Double click it. So in agenda of this topic, we are going to discuss about a select statement, right? So what are select statements or switch statements or select case statements? Anything you can write. So let me just write a syntax, and after that we can have a simple example to explain switch case in detail, right? So let me just write a select statement. So how can we write a syntax? So syntax of select statement. Before that, select statements work almost similar with if else if. It is dependent on the business requirement, it is also dependent on the programmer where to use if else, where to switch cases. Switch cases looks more coding standards, and sometimes if else looks good in the coding standards format, right? So it totally depends on the business requirement, totally depends on the programmer, but better to learn both so that we can easily find out what are the difference between this and where we can use switch and if else. So okay, before if you have not gone through my different previous videos of conditional statements, you can always click on the I, which is on the right hand side of the corner of this video, top corner right hand side. Okay, now let us go to the syntax, how the syntax looks, right? So select case. Here we have to pass an expression. So this will be this expression right here. This will be an expression which can be passed dynamically or which can be passed in the program by hard coding it. This expression will activate the case which we want to execute, right? So let me write a case. So syntax is followed by a case statement. The case can be anything, expression. We can just write a list of expressions. List of expressions. Now we can write an executable statement here. So whatever we can write, like we can write a message box, or we can call different functions. By the way, functions are the topic, so we'll discuss in the future parts. So for the time being, I'll just write a statement. So we can copy paste that. You can have as many cases as you want. So I'll just write one more thing. So I'll just copy this, I'll just paste here. So case list statements, it will continue. So for the timing, I'll just write it continue like this. And to close this, select statement, I've written end select. So this is expression, guys. Select case expression. Case list of statements. The statements is nothing but what and all the expression will come from this side. So that this should match this. So it will activate the particular case. Then the select case will terminate by using the end select. Fine. This was an agenda. So let me open one program for you. So let me just double click it. Let us start a simple example so that we can understand. Fine. So as you know, A is a character which I'm using in this Vbscript series. A has, let's say, 5 friends in, let's say, 3 friends, right? 3 friends in 3 countries. So he wants to make a note of which friend is in which country. Like, suppose A has a Facebook account, right? So he is in contact with these 3 friends whenever he wants, right? Whenever he wants to chat. So he just wants to write a program so that he can remember which friend is where. Fine. So let me just write a select statement. Before that, we will use Inputbox here so that we can pass the friend name dynamically. So let me just write a select statement. Let me just write an Inputbox for that. So I'll use a camel case for friend name. So Inputbox, please enter a friend. Please enter a friend name to know which country he is in. So please enter a friend name to identify his country. Right? Identify. So let me just maximize this. Identify his country. I'll just write this. Okay. Let me just save this as a VBs file, right? So let me just save as. So all files. Friend list select case.vbs, right? Okay. Okay. No, not an issue. I'll change this to case, say CAC case. So I just wrote a spelling mistake there. So let us concentrate on a select statement. So this is a select case. So I just commented it so that I will understand it in that. So just let's write. So select case. So friend name will be our input. Let me just copy it here. Fine. So now let me just write cases, right? If A, if it is a case B, um, I'll just write a message box. We can write multiple statements here. So okay, case B, okay, message box. Um, B is in USA. So B is in India. Fine. B is a different part of India. B is in India. Fine. So another case. So B, A has a friend. A has another friend called C. So C is not in India. He is in USA, right? So A has also another friend who is D. So let me just do a proper indentation. So D here. So D is in. He's not in USA. He's somewhere in, let's say, Mexico, right? Let me just write one more statement. Case else, message box. You have no such friend. You have no such friend in any country. This is just a default statement to write it down. So let's say insert. So I'm just following the annotation here. So and select, right? So just let me save it. B, C, D, or case else. So as you know, Vbscript is always case insensitive. So let me close it. Let me double. Okay. Let me just edit it now. Fine. Double click it. So okay, where is that? Inputbox blog. Okay, fine. So please enter a friend name to identify his country. Let me just write enter B. Okay. Okay. So there is a problem in our code. You have no such friend in any country. Fine. What is it? Hmm. So let me just double click it and just let me just write here. So B is in India. Fine. Yeah, case was taking exactly what is input, but yeah, B is in India here. So if I enter, let's say any Ramesh or some name. So this will say you have no such friend in any country, right? So let me just see another positive statement. Like, please let me enter. Even if I enter a small case, right? I'll show you this one because case is exactly will take exact string what we specify. So if I enter B, so it is showing you have no such friend in any country, but B, capital B is a friend name who is in India already. So instead of for avoiding that kind of mistakes, so let me just edit a little bit. So in order to write, this is a function Ucase. I'll explain feature parts. Ucase in the sense whatever the friend name is capital or small letter, it will convert by default in the capital case. Fine. So Now let's see what will be the output, right? So I just double clicked it. Now let me enter B, small b here. So the answer is B is in India. So magically the small b is converted to capital B, right? So let me just double click it. Let me just write here D, small d, enter it. So D is in Mexico. So A is kind of a guy who keeps his agenda, all his daily regular activities in the program so that he will not forget anything. So he has a program to, if you have seen my previous parts, he has already written a program to identify, to see which TV series to be watched on a on a particular Saturday of each and every week. So A has a decision making capacity, already did the decision making for to select by PC or an MPC. If you have seen a different part, I will also I'll also keep that part in description. So what and all A's decision were. So this is a kind of programming what A is doing to keep his daily activities run properly. So so agenda. So the concept here, what we are trying to see in trying to learn in programming way is a select case whatever the variable we give. Here we are converting into Ucase. So the case can be, we can give as many cases as we want. So A is having only 3 friends in 3 different countries. So he wants to just write a program to remember. He's just remembering. He just remembers the names, right? So he wants to know which country they belong. So let me just close this. Let me just minimize this. So guys, this is the end of video of select case. It is a very short and sweet video. You can always see my different videos for conditional statement for variables, and so that you can understand the select case much better. So if you like this video, guys, please do share, like, and subscribe, and we'll have more fun videos going forward, and we'll be completing almost all the topics of Vbscript in future parts. So thank you. And if you can see in the left hand bottom side, left hand bottom left side, so the different kinds of videos will be present in the series, so you can watch that. Right hand left bottom will be the subscribe button. You can subscribe to this channel. So guys, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Till then, bye bye.